Welcome to Financial Adrenaline. This is an information series exploring the concepts of strategic finance to help you integrate these powerful and critical tools into your everyday business decision making. My name is Larry Kirkenbauer, president of Excalibur Advisors, and I'll be your host. This is the introductory webcast in our Financial Adrenaline series, and we're very excited about this series because we believe in your ability to understand finance and believe that finance should not be a reason for business failure. That we can help you drive lower risk and higher sustainable cash flow using our proprietary tools called the Business Ferret, and that we can help you integrate strategic finance into your everyday business decision making. Financial Adrenaline is all about challenging the traditional notions of strategic finance and doing things differently because we know that business executives don't understand strategic finance very well. And in a minute, I'll show you the results of a few studies to prove that point. In the meantime, take a look at the blueprint on the screen and raise your hand if this is a document that you fully understand, construction executives excluded. Now imagine that you've hired our own Business Ferret to run around with a little camera, taking pictures of your financial statements and other performance reports and assembling that data into a beautiful virtual and visual tour. The difference is pretty obvious, isn't it? And that's the difference we'll be talking about in this Financial Adrenaline series. You'll see the Business Ferret tool in living color in the upcoming webcast entitled The Reinvention of the Financial Statement. Here's what else we know. We know that you believe passionately in your business, that you've invested most of your life and your life savings to build a successful business. We know that your family depends on you as a major breadwinner and that your success is intimately connected to your family's welfare. We also know that your family and you are sometimes afraid of the risks and that you want to be sure that you do understand the risks and that your goals and objectives are properly balanced against those risks, so that you don't jeopardize your investment and end up with nothing to show for the extraordinary time and dedication you have devoted to your business. We also know that you want to understand the most important aspects of strategic finance because instinctively you know that you can't ignore strategic finance and you know it plays a critical role on many fronts. What is strategic finance? Simply put, it's the core of financial principles that drive superior business performance at a strategic level, not a tactical or operations level, and that can be integrated into your business strategy and everyday decision making. It's not about detailed schedules of operating expenses organized by department or the cost accounting details that are used to value inventory. Those tactical tools are important, certainly, but strategic finance is more about free cash flow rather than profits, making sure that the return on your assets exceeds what you've invested to acquire those assets. How much cash is invested in the trade cycle? What's the impact of volume, price, and mix on revenue performance? How do you evaluate your external financing needs, and do you know if you qualify for what you need? It's also about looking forward to build a more successful business rather than looking backward at historical reports that are not action-oriented and don't lay out an easy-to-follow roadmap about what to do next. You'll see a lot more detail about that as you progress through the Financial Adrenaline series. We also know that, like us, you're frustrated by the presentation of historical financial statements. The multitude of new accounting and tax rules grows every day, so financial statements have become more complex than ever before, and yet their presentation hasn't fundamentally changed in decades. Most business executives have probably never even taken a course in finance. They learned what they know on the job. And unless they're on the financial team, they probably haven't learned much from their accountants either, since they rarely talk to anyone outside of the financial team and haven't done a very good job in translating the complex reports you receive into action plans that will really make a difference. As a result, it's pretty likely you're unfamiliar with how the hundreds and probably thousands of data points in those reports are connected, or what your company should be doing with those reports besides giving them to your bank and then putting them in a drawer. As I mentioned earlier, you shouldn't be too hard on yourself if you believe you need to learn more about finance, because a lot of experienced managers have a lot to learn too. In a recent study of managers of U.S. businesses with more than 150 employees, the average score was 38% on a scale of 1 to 100. Not a very good result, probably a failing grade on even the most generous curve. Also, at the Graduate School of Business at the University of Chicago, the results of an accounting exam were a measly 32%. Understandable, you say. What do young college students know? Except that these weren't college students. They were 80 officers and directors of major U.S. corporations, including companies like Pfizer, McDonnell Douglas, Monsanto, and Dow Chemical. So if you need to learn more about finance, you've got a lot of company, even among experienced executives that you'd expect would know more than they do. So it's pretty clear that there's a large gap in financial literacy, and it's our plan to close that gap. Not so you can pass a test with flying colors, but so you can improve your business performance with practical strategies focused on improving free cash flow, the lifeblood of business. And here's the good news. We're absolutely certain that the concepts of strategic finance are eminently teachable, and that if you apply your time and intelligence, you can learn the most important concepts and incorporate them into your daily decision making, and ultimately you won't need our help at all. So here's our commitment to you. We will make every effort to make sure that finance is not the reason for business failure. We will help make sure that you are equipped with the necessary tools of strategic finance to stay on top of your business and do at least 3 things. Increase free cash flow, optimize your financial resources to make sure that you have adequate debt and equity to achieve your business objectives, and 3, to enhance realizable market value that will flow to you and your family at some point in the future. We'll continue to expand the Financial Adrenaline series and our Business Ferret tools, which represent the cornerstone of this series, to help every single business executive who wants to learn more about finance have a chance to do so on their own schedule and at their own pace, with a graphically rich and interactive tool set which will turn what you thought were black holes into something you can truly understand. So that's what Financial Adrenaline is all about and what we believe about strategic finance. My partner Dan Cunningham, who lives and works in Seattle leading our Northwest practice, is equally passionate about helping companies incorporate the tools of strategic finance into their daily decision making and making absolutely certain that finance is not the reason for business failure. So I hope you'll join us on this journey. Please take advantage of all of the components of the Financial Adrenaline series, learn about our powerful and proprietary Business Ferret program, and drive your business to a new level of superior performance. Thanks very much for listening to our Financial Adrenaline series featuring our powerful Business Ferret performance tool. Please note that the transcript of this webcast is also available as a free PDF file in the Learning Center at Excalibur.com under the Financial Adrenaline tab. You'll also find the links for our YouTube and iTunes channels for this series prominently displayed on the Excalibur website. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter as well and subscribe to our blog feed to make sure you don't miss upcoming podcasts and webcasts in this continuing Financial Adrenaline series. We also encourage you to contact us directly. You'll find the contact information for our offices in the contact section at Excalibur.com. We do offer workshops, seminars, and keynote speeches, as well as consulting services to middle market companies. We also encourage you to share your candid feedback or suggestions about future topics, so let us know how we're doing and what more we can do to help you. We're very fortunate that modern technology and social media allow all of us to share knowledge and help each other become more accomplished business executives. If we are deserving of your endorsement, our thanks for telling others about this series. So stay tuned. There's a lot more to come. In the meantime, think big, take action, and make sure you're integrating strategic finance into your everyday business decision making.